High above the world, hidden by mists and legend, lay Aetheria. A marvel of shimmering towers and cascading waterfalls, it floated effortlessly in the azure sky. The Aetherians, with their wisdom and grace, had mastered technologies beyond imagination. Their cities, crafted from living crystal, pulsed with a vibrant energy. Elegant aerial vehicles, powered by harnessed sunlight, zipped between the majestic floating islands. The Aetherians lived in harmony with nature, their lives intertwined with the planet's ebb and flow. They understood the delicate balance of existence. Their existence was a testament to the power of knowledge and the beauty of coexistence. They were the architects of their own utopia, a society built on respect, understanding, and the pursuit of collective well-being. They possessed an innate connection to their environment, drawing energy and sustenance without causing harm. The Aetherians were not conquerors but caretakers, their advancements a reflection of their deep reverence for the natural world. Their story was a beacon of hope, a testament to the extraordinary heights humanity could reach, but even utopias, it seemed, could be threatened from within. Deep within the heart of Aetheria pulsed the energy crystals. These glowing stones thrummed with the lifeblood of the planet, a source of limitless power. The Aetherians used them wisely, drawing upon their energy to fuel their cities and machines. The crystals were more than just a power source, they were sacred. The Aetherians understood that these crystals were the lifeblood of their world. They treated them with reverence and respect. From the youngest child to the wisest elder, every Aetherian knew the importance of the crystal's delicate balance. They were taught to take only what was needed, to give back to the crystals with gratitude and care. This careful dance between consumption and replenishment ensured the crystal's vitality, and in turn, the prosperity of Aetheria. The Aetherians had discovered a way to live in perfect harmony with their environment. But this harmony, like the delicate balance of nature itself, was fragile. Greed, like a venomous serpent, slithered its way into the hearts of some. Whispers of dissent began to echo through the once serene city, whispers that spoke of harnessing the crystal's power for personal gain, for dominance. These whispers would soon rise into a roar, shattering the peace of Aetheria and setting in motion a chain of events that would seal its fate. There arose a faction, hungry for more power. They craved the ability to control, to dominate. They saw the crystals not as sacred, but as tools. They believed that the crystals held the key to ultimate power, a power that rightfully belonged to them. These dissenters, blinded by their ambition, began to experiment with the crystals, pushing their limits, ignoring the warnings of the elders. They sought to bend the crystal's energy to their will, to unleash their full potential, heedless of the potential consequences. Their whispers turned to shouts, their influence spreading like a virus through the once unified city. Alarm bells began to ring, not a sound of warning but a death knell to the balance that held Aetheria aloft. The harmony that had existed for generations began to splinter. The very air crackled with tension, the once vibrant colours of the city seeming to dim, reflecting the growing darkness in the hearts of some. The elders, the keepers of wisdom and balance, watched with heavy hearts. They knew the dangers of unchecked ambition, the catastrophic consequences of upsetting the delicate balance of nature. They tried to warn the dissenters, to reason with them, to remind them of the ancient pact they shared with their world. The warnings went unheeded. The faction, drunk on their newfound power, continued their reckless experiments. The consequences were swift and devastating. The crystals, once vibrant and pulsating, began to grow dull and unstable. The once harmonious energy that flowed through Aetheria became erratic and unpredictable. The city, once a symphony of light and life, started to shudder. Storms raged across the once clear skies, and the once gentle waterfalls turned into raging torrents. The very fabric of their floating paradise began to unravel. The dissenters, in their hubris, had unleashed a force they could not control. The delicate balance had been shattered, and the consequences were catastrophic. Chaos reigned as the once magnificent city crumbled around them. The dissenters, finally understanding the folly of their actions, were consumed by their own creation. The elders, their hearts heavy with sorrow, knew that the time had come to make a desperate choice, to sacrifice their beloved city to save their world. With the last of their strength, they gathered in the heart of Aetheria, in the chamber of the central crystal. This crystal, larger and more potent than any other, pulsed weakly, a pale shadow of its former glory. They knew what they had to do. They would use their combined energy, their very life force, to reignite the central crystal and create a shield, a barrier to contain the chaotic energy and allow the planet to heal. As the city crumbled around them, the elders joined hands. Their voices, filled with sorrow and resolve, rose in unison, chanting the ancient words of protection. They poured their knowledge, their memories, their very essence into the dying crystal. The central crystal, responding to their sacrifice, began to glow brighter and brighter until it was almost blinding. The chaotic energy raged against this growing light, a desperate struggle for dominance. The very air crackled with the raw power of the crystal's magic and the desperate hope of a dying civilization. The elders, their faces etched with the strain of their efforts, continued their chant, their voices growing weaker, their bodies beginning to fade. They knew that time was running out, for them and for their world. The fate of Aetheria, the future of their people, hung precariously in the balance. Would their sacrifice be enough to atone for the greed that had brought them to this brink? The answer lay in the blinding light that now emanated from the heart of their dying city, a beacon of hope in the face of impending doom. And in the silence that followed, a single word echoed, a plea whispered on the wind, a message carried on the breeze, a word that held the weight of a dying civilization. Remember. With a final surge of power, the central crystal erupted. A wave of pure energy, blinding and beautiful, swept across the remnants of Aetheria. The chaotic energy was pushed back, contained. Slowly, a shimmering shield began to form, a dome of protective energy that enveloped the entire city. From the ground, it would have appeared as a brilliant aurora borealis, a breathtaking spectacle of light and color dancing across the sky. But this was no natural phenomenon. This was a testament to the Aetherians' final act of unity and sacrifice. As the shield solidified, a profound silence fell. The chaotic energy was trapped, the city of Aetheria encased within a bubble of frozen time. The elders, their task complete, were gone, their bodies dissolved, their energy absorbed into the shield itself. They had saved their world, but at a terrible cost. Their legacy, their knowledge, their very existence was now hidden from the world, locked away behind an impenetrable barrier. Aetheria became a myth, a whisper in the wind, a tale told to children of a shining city in the sky. But the shield held, a silent guardian protecting the secrets of Aetheria, waiting for the day when it would be needed again. The world below continued to spin, oblivious to the drama that had unfolded above. Generations passed, memories faded, and the story of Aetheria became the stuff of legends. But some things even time cannot erase entirely. Centuries turned to millennia. Aetheria, once a beacon of progress and enlightenment, faded into obscurity. The world forgot the city in the clouds, dismissed it as a fanciful myth. The shield, however, remained. It stood as a silent sentinel, a testament to a lost civilization and a stark reminder of their ultimate sacrifice. Unseen and undetected, it shielded the remnants of Aetheria, preserving the city in a state of suspended animation. The energy crystals, their power subdued but their essence intact, lay dormant within the shield. They held the key to Aetheria's past, the potential for its future. But for now, they slept, awaiting the day when they might once again pulse with life. The world below continued on its course, oblivious to the secrets hidden above. Empires rose and fell, technologies advanced, yet the memory of Aetheria remained lost, buried beneath layers of time and disbelief. The story of the city in the sky became a cautionary tale, whispered around campfires, a warning about the dangers of unchecked ambition and the importance of balance. But even these whispers faded with time, leaving behind only the faintest echo of a once great civilization. However, some secrets are destined to be rediscovered. Some stories are meant to be retold, and the shield, for all its power, could not remain hidden forever. In a time not so different from our own, a lone traveller stumbled upon the forgotten truth of Aetheria. He was an archaeologist, a scholar obsessed with uncovering the hidden truths of the past. His name was Dr. Evan Harris, and he had dedicated his life to separating fact from fiction, to unearthing the lost stories of humanity. He scoured ancient texts, deciphered cryptic symbols, and chased rumors of forgotten civilizations. His pursuit led him to the far corners of the globe, to dusty libraries and crumbling ruins. He sought tangible proof of legends, evidence to support the myths that had captivated humanity for centuries. His obsession was not driven by fame or fortune, but by an insatiable thirst for knowledge, a burning desire to understand the past and, in doing so, illuminate the present. He believed that by uncovering the secrets of those who came before, we could learn from their mistakes, celebrate their triumphs, and ultimately chart a better course for the future. It was during one such expedition, deep in the Amazon rainforest, that he discovered an ancient artifact, a small, intricately carved crystal that pulsed with an otherworldly energy. The moment his fingers brushed against its smooth surface, he was flooded with visions, images of a magnificent city floating amongst the clouds, of people with wisdom in their eyes and power in their touch. These visions were so vivid, so real, that he knew in his heart he had stumbled upon something extraordinary. The crystal, he realized, was a key, a guide to a place lost to time. He devoted years to deciphering the secrets held within the crystal, painstakingly translating its intricate carvings, unlocking the knowledge it contained. His research led him down a rabbit hole of forgotten lore, ancient myths dismissed as fantasy, and scientific anomalies unexplainable by modern understanding. He discovered references to Aetheria in the most unexpected places, in the cryptic verses of Nostradamus, in the coded messages hidden within the paintings of Leonardo da Vinci, and in the ancient myths and legends of cultures scattered across the globe. His quest became his obsession, consuming his every thought, driving him forward with an almost fanatical zeal. He knew that time was not on his side, that the secrets of the past were fragile and easily lost. He had to find Aetheria, not just for himself, but for all mankind. He believed that the knowledge and wisdom of this lost civilization could hold the key to solving the problems plaguing the modern world. He envisioned a future where Aetheria's technology could be used to heal the planet, to foster peace, to usher in a new era of enlightenment. He knew that the path ahead would be fraught with danger, that the guardians of Aetheria's secrets would not give them up easily. Dr. Harris stood at the precipice of the unknown, the fate of a lost civilization, and perhaps the future of his own resting upon his shoulders. He looked up at the sky, his eyes searching for a break in the clouds, a shimmer of something extraordinary. He held the crystal aloft, its energy thrumming in sync with his own beating heart. Was he ready to face what he might find? Was the world ready for the return of Aetheria? The answers, he knew, were blowing in the wind, carried on the whispers of the ancients, etched into the very fabric of time itself. The journey had just begun. The rediscovery of Aetheria held the promise of a new dawn, a chance to learn from the past and forge a brighter future. But it also came with a warning. The Aetherian story was a reminder that even the most advanced civilizations were not immune to the temptations of greed and the dangers of unchecked ambition. The fate of Aetheria was a stark reminder that progress without balance was not progress at all. It was a path to destruction. As Dr. Harris prepared to take his next step, he knew that the world was watching, waiting to see if humanity had learned anything at all. The future, it seemed, was hanging by a thread, and that thread was woven from the lost secrets of Aetheria. Only time would tell if it would be strong enough to hold.